years, you have been so busy in Unit 3 using all different kinds of tools and strategies for skip counting, number work, and addition and subtraction. How are you doing with all those new tools and strategies? Mathematicians, it's important for us to stop for a moment and practice with the tools and strategies and think, how do I use those to explain my solutions? How can I use those to understand my own thinking? So thinking about the different strategies, we added in Unit 3, all of these were Unit 1 and 2, but we added frames and arrow rules and parts to total boxes. It's time for us to take a moment and practice, maybe through games or through some story problems or through partner work. And as we work, we want to think, how am I doing with writing number models? If I knew that I watched 2 Storybots yesterday and I want to watch 2 more today, can I write that as a number model? You're right. It would be 2 plus 2 equals 4 Storybot videos. Nice. Can you do that by yourself? Can you explain using one of the tools or strategies how you knew that 2 plus 2 is 4? I know. Sometimes we just think it and we're like, I know it because I know it. But if we're truly going to be mathematicians, we have to stop, solve, and be able to explain our thinking. Zoom in on it and say, here are the details. Maybe you can do that, but you still need some help. That'd be a really good thing to be able to share. We can give more help. How are you doing with solving number stories? Are you understanding that sometimes you're going to add to or find a total? So you'll add. And sometimes you'll give some away or find out how many are left or compare numbers, and so you'll subtract. Can you do those things by yourself? Can you put them under the zoom lens and explain the thinking? Give the details of the strategies and tools? How about adding and subtracting on number lines? By yourself and explain it? By yourself. Or I can do it, but I still need some help. Where would you put yourself? And how about with those figures that you use with frames and arrows and find a rule? Mathematicians, we need to stop sometimes and think about what strategies and tools we're using and how we would explain them. That's called a self-assessment. Just try it. Look at this problem from, you're right, you may have seen it before, from your lessons from your book. It says, use the diagram if you need to. Some people do. Some people will choose a number line or maybe a number grid or a change to diagram. Complete the number model. Okay. A crayon costs 5 tickets. A sticker costs 1 ticket. How many tickets do they cost in all? Are you thinking about the number model right away? Let's think about also how you would prove or how you would give the evidence of your thinking. Stop for just a second, pause, and show what tools and strategies you might use. And I'll wait for you here. Are you back? What'd you come up with? Here's 2 friends from the school I'm at today. Look at all their solutions. I wonder, I didn't help them. I think they could check For sure, I can do it by myself. Could they explain it? I asked about the number line right here, and she said, well, I showed the 5 tickets, and then I changed colors to show one more. She could. But she's self-evaluating. She might say, I can do this and explain it. When we were over here, she put 5 and 1 and 6, and I said, why did you put 1 as the change? And she thought about it for a moment. We discussed it a little bit. She can show the strategy, but we're still working a little bit today on explaining it. She'll have it by, I bet, a couple more practices. Do you see how we're zooming in the circles around their work? That's what we want to do today. We want to work with addition, subtraction, and skip counting. And then we want to be able to show our thinking, to show it by the strategies and tools, and be able to explain the details. Looking here, can you see some of the mathematicians' thinking? Can you explain it? All right, mathematicians, we're practicing and we're explaining and we're growing our math talk. Off you go.